Thank you.
All right, thanks, Stormy. Both teams averaging less than 3 yards per play as Noel dives forward and picks up 3. You know, Kirk, it was an interesting conversation we had with Sean Clark this week. He said, we've been the only team to beat James Madison. And I told our guys that don't say it's an upset because we knew we could win that game. He also said people forget that Sunbelt, it still goes through us.
Yeah, I thought he said, hey, we're still here. We ain't going nowhere. Off to a little sluggish start to start the season, but Sean Clark made it to us and said, hey, we're still here.
On 3rd and 4, and App State converts to Dalton Stroman. They've got a first down, picking up 9.
Window throws. That was a nice little open window, and Aguilar was able to fit that one in there. That's a nice little throw from Aguilar.
Take a look at the season recap for App State. Started 3 and 4, and they were close losses. We talked about Stormy and their motivation to get things turned around, keep digging, keep going forward, and then 5 straight wins. They've been on fire. There's Noel. We didn't see him early in the game, but now here on this 3rd drive for App State, he's getting some carries and he picks up 6.
Well, he's a difference maker. Only thing, he's been banged up a little bit throughout the season. But if you watch Noel when he's effective and when he's healthy, I think he's one of the best backs, not just in the conference, I think in the country. Saw his game earlier against North Carolina. He ran all over the Tar Heels. I am not surprised when he gets the football, the production that he gets.
New left tackle for App State. Not sure what happened to the starter, Thornton Gentry, but Markel Samuel is at left tackle for the Mountaineers right now. 2nd and 4. Aguilar pressured, gets rid of it, and a collision. My goodness, David Larkins. Meet Del Pettis.
We had a chance to meet with Del Pettis. This is for him 59 straight games, right? Consecutive starts. He's a guy that's making plays. Outstanding play right there to set up a 3rd down.
3rd and short. And Noel bouncing off of tacklers has the first down. Keyshawn Swanson met him in the hole. A gain of 3.
Think about that, though. 59 consecutive starts for Del Pettis. Oh, my God. He's played a lot of football, number 1 for Troy. But first down for App State. Do they take the shot here that Coach Clark just mentioned?
Play action. Aguilar trying to take a shot. And it's incomplete. Was looking for Mekhi Jackson. He had a step on Reddy Stewart.
Yeah, they waited for that opportunity. The first down set them up to be able to get the ball deep down the field. And that's what they want to do with Joey Aguilar. They continue to run the football. They find those open windows. When that time feels like they're coming, they get that ball deep down the field. That time, just a misfire.
It's also interesting, the rain has started to taper off a little bit, so maybe that's why they decided to take a little shot out here.
Absolutely. Your game boards are saved.
2nd and 10. Throw underneath. Complete. Christian Horn. And Horn picks up 7.
That's another tight window throw. Aguilar's not afraid. He just needs a little crack in the window. He doesn't need it all the way open. Just a little slither, and he's going to stick that football in there.
They're going quick on this drive. The Mountaineers, no huddle on 3rd and 3. Aguilar to the outside. And right back again to Christian Horn. And Horn, he's got the first down.
You watch this offense operate under Aguilar, you think that he's been here for a couple years. He's only been here for a couple months. And you watch the way that he throws the football and the chemistry he has with these wide receivers. That ball's out of his hand. Receiver turns around, right there, boom, first down.
This will be the 10th play of the drive coming up as Christian Horn now goes to the top of the screen.
4 receivers to the field.
On first down, play action, look out! T.J. Jackson, a free pass at the quarterback, a loss of 9 on the sack.
That's a nice job by Jackson. He's just in the middle of the defense, and he's just trying to make a play right here. That's where he's at. He's lined up. He's trying to find it. He's trying to find it. Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? And he sees, oh, nobody's going to block me. I'll make that sack. Nobody's going to block me. He's like, wait, I'm trying to set a pick for my other guy, but wait, nobody's blocking me. He just goes to the quarterback and makes the sack.
Second and 19. Roberts. And you can feel the confidence building for this Troy defense.
And our guy, DP, Dale Pettis, coming through again. That's a huge play. You get the sack, and then all of a sudden another big play on the down after. A much different looking defense now for Troy. Seemed to be a little bit of sleepwalking early, but those last couple plays now have awakened this Troy Trojans defense.
My guy, you're a former NFL linebacker. You must be loving this game.
I am. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, I got my eye black on underneath. I'm ready to suit them up. A little rain, no, never hurt nobody.
3rd and 19. Aguilar slings it, finds his tight end, Eli Wilson, and he'll be a yard short with the marker. They give him 18.
Yeah, it's a yard short, but they're going to go for it. You have to go for it. That ball is right there. I think they probably take another look at it, but a nice job there. Wilson, he had a touchdown last week, 5 on the season, but that's the big guy, 6'3", 240. It's a nice throw again by Aguilar. Tight window throws, and we'll see what happens coming up on 4th down.
He wasn't even named the starter day 1. And so here we go. This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 4th and 1. Castle. And I don't think he got it.
I don't know.
Dale Pettis met him at the hole, and Troy thinks they got the stop.
I don't think he got it. I've mentioned Dale Pettis already. He came in with 59 consecutive. This makes his 60th consecutive start, and the official doesn't even bring out the chains. That's a turnover on downs. And you talk about a guy excited to play in this game. Dale Pettis comes in and he makes the play. All back.
Let's see if the offense for Troy can use this momentum and put together a drive. Troy has punted on every drive so far today. They start this one with Kimani Vidal. And Vidal picks up maybe 3, actually give him 4. Caden Sullivan with the tackle. We were on the field before the game, and we saw Kimani up close and personal. He's 5'8", 215, but man, did he fill out his shirt.
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of one of my former teammates in Maurice Jones-Drew, played with in the National Football League. They go about 5'8", but have a lower body built like a much bigger back.
Watson throwing, the slant is complete, finds Stoudemire. He is spun down into App State territory, gets 8 for a first down.
These receivers are like trees, right? Stoudemire goes 6'1", Chris Lewis goes 6'4", Ross goes 5'11", so they have a big catch radius, and Gunnar Watson's able to put the ball high. They climb the stairs and go grab that football and come down for a first down.
This is just the 2nd play in App State territory. Vidal, jump cut, finds the hole, and he shows you the vision. He can bang and he can hit it hard, but he also shows patience.
We talked about yards after contact, right? Me and you, we were saying, hey, if this, you're not going to arm tackle him. You got to be able to just say, you know what? It's going to be 3 or 4 guys have to corral him. If it's not there, he's going to turn those into big gains.
2nd and 5, Watson finds Stoudemire again, and all of a sudden, this offense starting to click. They pick up 9 in the first down.
Rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And Gunnar Watson is a rhythm thrower. You see the up-tempo, they get a couple plays going, and now, after the first down, watch them trying to take a shot.
Now a new running back in the game for Troy, Asa Martin. First and 10 from the 35. Play action, Watson pressured, holds it, now dumps off to his running back, Martin. Ooh, baby! Kirk, I know you heard that one. Nick Ross on the stop, a gain of 13 for Martin.
Bringing thunder. That's what that is. It's a little bit rainy out here, but that was thunder on the field. Asa Martin just putting his head down, trying to make a play. Gunnar Watson wanted to go deep, but he checked the ball down, right? He wanted to go deep, checked it down, and that was the right decision to get it to Martin.
And here's Martin with a stiff arm. Guys trying to hold on for dear life. Caden Sullivan went for a ride as Martin picks up 7. It was interesting when we talked to Troy. They said because Vidal gets so much attention, Asa Martin's a guy who could have a good game.
Yeah, had a chance to watch him at Memphis. He's a Memphis transfer, getting his opportunity when they spell Vidal.
A flag as Martin is brought down inside the 15.
I think this is going to be Olendijk again, number 89. That's his second holding penalty right at the point of attack.
Holding. Offense number 89. 10-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Yeah, Olendijk, he's right there at the point of attack. And so it's difficult for him because he doesn't know where the running back is going to be. So he thinks the running back's going to go to the outside, but then the defender goes and cuts inside. That's a difficult block for a tight end with that much space.
So it moves him out of the red zone. Ball on the 26, and Vidal is back in at running back. Watson looking to throw, has time over the middle, and he finds Chris Lewis. Brought down inside the 10, a gain of 18, another first down.
That was a clean pocket. And you give Gunnar Watson, the senior, a clean pocket. These are the things that happen. You get a wide open receiver, but he's able to step into the throw. And you got Chris Lewis, the sure-handed Chris Lewis, with the big play.
First and goal from the 8. Watson looking left, throwing incomplete. Lewis was held on to, and here comes that flag. Ethan Johnson had a hold of Lewis, who tried to bring it in with one hand.
You remember 6'4" is Chris Lewis. Johnson only 5'11", so you've got the height advantage.
Pass interference. Defense number 19. The ball replaced at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
It's almost like a rebound in basketball, right? You just throw the ball up, you got to box out. And Johnson just tried it anyway. He just pulling down as Chris Lewis climbed the ladder.
So after the pass interference, the ball will be spotted at the 2. It'll be first and goal for the Trojans. They got that big boy package. 2 tight ends on the field. Vidal in the backfield.
There's Chris Lewis, one-on-one up top.
Vidal gets the touch. And a penalty flag as he is met in the backfield by Jordan Favors and Santana.
Illegal formation, though. I didn't see 7 guys on the line of scrimmage, so this may be illegal formation on Troy.
Illegal formation. The offense had more than 4 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Man, that's communication. You got to have 7 guys on the line of scrimmage. You only had the offensive lineman and I think just a tight end who was off, and that's a mistake. You're inside the 5-yard line. Illegal formation backs you up 5.
So it'll back him up to the 7. First and goal. Direct snap to Vidal. Vidal trying to get to the end zone. Touchdown, Troy. A 7-yard touchdown run on the direct snap to Kimani Vidal.
Well, John, what did you expect? This is the offensive player of the year in the Sun Belt, and he just showed you why. You have pursuit for missed tackles and Vidal, yards after contact. If you don't get him down, that's what happens. He gets into the end zone. We've got our first touchdown of the Sun Belt Conference Championship.
Scott Taylor Renfro, his extra point is up and good. 7-0. Troy strikes first. Well, it started on defense for Troy. It was 4th and 1, and Zach Long kicking it away. And that one will go into the end zone. Let's check in the studio with Matt on the update here in college football.
All right, gentlemen, happy Championship Saturday. I've got your All-State Good Hands play. Alabama, Jam Miller, wheel route, touchdown tied. They're up 10-7. Georgia just missed a field goal. They're still up 3 in Atlanta.
All right, thank you for that.
And dogs driving. Alabama 10-7 right there. That's a good game. A lot of people out here, hopefully they're watching this game out here in the state of Alabama. This Troy versus App State.
We got a good one here. App State, how do they respond? Aguilar rolling out to his right, throwing incomplete as he was trying to find Caden Robinson. But There was not much of a window there. That was good coverage.
That's good coverage. Caden Robinson is their big play guy. And now you can see Aguilar trying to push the ball down the field a little bit more. They need a big chunk play because right now you're seeing Troy's defense doing what? Stuffing the run, keeping things really tight.
On second down, Noel with the carry. And he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1.
And somebody better block Del Pettis. Somebody better block number 1. Because it seems it's personal with Del Pettis. It's personal. I mean, he told us yesterday, right? He was on the field for that Hail Mary last year. He said that was one of the nightmares that he just can't keep waking up from all the time. That Hail Mary is what changed not only the perspective for the guys here, but that's something they remembered all year long.
He said he was in the back of the end zone waiting for any kind of a ricochet, but it actually got tipped forward, and there was nothing he could do about it.
It's personal for him.
3rd and 11. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up. Aguilar over the middle. Incomplete. Robinson couldn't hold on to it. Rashad Davis got his hand in there.
You're talking about showing everybody this defensive back group for Troy. They talked about they don't get a lot of opportunities. Why? Because they sack the quarterback so much up front, that defensive line. But when you get opportunity to get the hand in there, Rashad Davis was making a play, putting that hand in there. That's a nice job by the defensive backs working together.
So Troy gets the stop on 4th and 1. Their offense gets a touchdown. Now the defense forces a 3 and out. Barber on the return, and he is met immediately. Stopped shy of the 45.
Up on the Lexus halftime report, Texas making their case to the College Football Playoff Committee. Plus, as we speak, Alabama is causing potential chaos. We've got 2 championship games tonight, the ACC and the Big Ten. We'll get into those. Dan Mullen, Joey Galloway join me coming up on the Lexus halftime report. Fellas?
All right, Matt, appreciate that. Best starting field position for Troy. Kirk, what do you expect to see here this first play?
I think you take a shot down the field. You've got a couple of nice drives that are going on. You scored a touchdown. Why not take a shot down the field?
They give it up to Vidal. Weaves his way through that line. And he's able to pick up 4. Montez Kelly on the tackle.
I think at some point you want to push the ball down the field a little bit. You have this App State defense reeling a little bit. Your last drive, you scored a touchdown. With them keying in on Vidal, why not take a shot down the field?
2nd and 6, back on the ground. Vidal with a speed burst gets through that hole. Broderick Gooch brought him down after a gain of 11.
Well, you do have the Sun Belt Player of the Year, too. Offensively, why not hand the ball off? And they're starting to get yards in chunks. Those 1-yard gains early are now starting to turn into 5 and 6 and 8-yard gains now, John.
Watson throwing, completing that. That's to Ross. And Ross will be dragged down. Dating back to last drive where he was 4 of 4. Watson now 5 of 5. He's starting to feel in rhythm.
Yeah, you're starting to see him do what? He's seeing the field a lot better now. And that's, I think, predicated on because of the way they're running the football. Being able to get some play action stuff in there as well.
2nd and 6 from 36. Vidal, that hole on the left side, and he's still on his feet. No one's gonna get him. Touchdown, Kimani Vidal. 36-yard house call, and Troy is starting to feel it.
That's just blocking. Team above self. That's what Coach John Summerall talked about. Team above self. You have tackles, tight ends, wide receivers. Everybody's blocking for Vidal. You give him a crease, and it's curtains. Strike the band up. That's a touchdown.
Renfro on for the extra point. And he makes it 14-0. Kimani Vidal. That's his 30th rushing touchdown of his career. He's just the 5th Troy player ever to rush for 30 or more touchdowns in his career.
Just watch everybody. Everybody gets blocks. And this is what I talk about. It's a team effort. Team above self. You've got wide receivers and tight end making crucial blocks, and you don't need much for Vidal. He just needs a crease. And he gets all the way to the outside and rushes to the end zone for a touchdown. Coach Summerall talked about it last year. This team was all about chemistry, and he didn't know what kind of team he was going to have this year. They were less proven, they were less mature, but they were talented. That talent is now proven through with the chemistry they built, and now they've got a 14-point lead in this conference championship game.
Third game of the season, they lost to James Madison. That's because James Madison stacked the box and said, Vidal is not going to beat us. Troy, after that, going 1-2, said, we're not going to let any team bottle up Vidal for the rest of the season. They've found a way to make sure he has holes, and they've rattled off 9 wins in a row. How about you kick off your Week 13 NFL Sunday with the Countdown Crew at a special time, 9 a.m. Eastern on ESPN and the app. Then, Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, and the Monday Night Football crew, they'll be in Jacksonville as the Jaguars, they host the Bengals. Coverage begins 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ABC, ESPN, and ESPN Deportes. And don't forget, Peyton and Eli will be on ESPN2.
You know, we've entered that critical time now, that middle 8, right? The final 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of that second half coming up. If I'm App State, I just need points. Whether it's a field goal, touchdown, we need points in this drive. Can't go into halftime with the goose egg.
5th drive of the ball game for App State. Aguilar trying to get free, rolling out to his right, throwing, back shoulder, incomplete. Mekhi Jackson, he had no room.
You know, Aguilar has 0 rushes in terms of running the football. He's taken a couple sacks, but he's got to find a way to use his legs, put some pressure on his defense on the perimeter. They have not done that, and it's making for these defensive backs a key in on these receivers.
First 4 drives for App State. It was a punt, 3 and out, turnover on downs, and then a 3 and out on their last drive. On the ground, making a cut is Noel. Noel still on his feet. He has been a bright spot for this offense. He picks up 16.
Unbelievable vision. He gets it all the way back to the backside, and that's a big sigh of relief for App State. They didn't want to turn this ball or give this ball back to Troy, and you rely on Noel to make a play when there's really nothing there. Spin move, get it all the way back. First down for the Mountaineers.
First and 10 from their own 41. Play fake. Aguilar throwing off of his back foot downfield, ton of contact, and the catch is made. Dalton Stroman. He was fighting off Reddy Stewart and hauls it in for 40 yards.
Hey, Dalton Stroman down there somewhere, right? That's a meme. You just throw it up and let your player go get it. 6'4", 200-pound Dalton Stroman able to box out and give a guy an opportunity. That's a nice job by Stroman making the play that App State definitely needed.
Could we have seen a flag there potentially, maybe on the offense?
To go both ways.
Okay.
You can see both players are kind of tangled up a little bit. Stewart also had a little hook of the arm, so it could have went both ways. Good no call by the officials.
Under 2 minutes to play in this first half. Aguilar throws right side. Tackle is made immediately on Michael Hetzel. Rashad Davis was there with the stop, a gain of 4.
This is where the tight ends come alive too here for App State. Number 87, Eli Wilson. They get inside the red zone. Watch out for the big tight end, 87, man in the middle of that field.
App State with all 3 timeouts remaining here in this first half. Second and 5. Incomplete. Trying to find Hetzel. The timing just a bit off for Aguilar.
I don't know if that was a misfire. Maybe the ball's a little bit wet. We see the rain coming down a little bit because that seemed to be a throw that was into the dirt. Definitely unlike Aguilar, who puts it usually on the numbers.
So the first 3rd down of the drive coming up for App State. See, they're scoring almost 90% in the red zone this season.
4 receivers strong.
Out of the shotgun, Aguilar dumps it off to Noel. Noel's got to make a guy miss, but Jordan Stringer got him for a gain of 4, and he'll be a yard short.
That's a nice job of understanding what the formation was. There was 4 guys strong, and Noel was the only guy, but he was in the backfield, and he had the one-on-one. That's a first down saving tackle by Troy.
App State offense stays on the field. They're 0 for 1 on 4th down today. Noel, and he's got enough to move the chains.
It's a good play call there. 4 into the boundary, right? You had the strength of the formation into the boundary. That was just all run game. Just trying to create numbers in the running game as App State. That time they got enough for a 1st down.
On the 1st down, the clock will restart. Under a minute to play in this 1st half. Here comes the blitz. Aguilar dumps off to Noel. Gets away from the first defender.